US President Joe Biden has told fellow Democrats he's firmly committed to staying in the presidential race. Michael's over there for us, which is fantastic. Good morning to you, Michael.
Yeah, good morning, Lisa. The key message Joe Biden has been determined to get out to the various doubters within the Democratic Party today is that he is in the White House and he ain't going anywhere. He started the day with a letter to all congressional Democrats saying, as you said, he is firmly committed to staying in the race, declaring that he was the best candidate, the best nominee to beat Donald Trump in November. He followed that with what can be best described as a punchy phone call to a breakfast TV program here, Morning Joe on MSNBC. Pretty popular one. Nearly as popular as News Breakfast, but lots of people do watch it. Joe Biden called in. He repeated that message from the letter. He said that he was running, and he pretty much dared any challenges within Democratic ranks to take him on at the Democratic Party convention next month. Here is a bit of that phone call.
Bottom line here is that we're not going anywhere. I am not going anywhere. I wouldn't be running if I didn't absolutely believe that I am the best candidate to beat Donald Trump in 2024.
So that's Joe Biden there, and over the course of the day, Lisa, we've had Democrats come out in support of Joe Biden. They had been sitting on their hands on that front over the last couple of days or so. The leader of the Congressional Black Caucus, a very influential bloc in the Democratic Party, came out through his support behind Joe Biden. Other Democrats have come out in support of him as well. Also, though, more Democrats going on the record expressing their doubts, including just in the last hour, Senator Jon Tester, a Democrat senator from the state of Montana. He is facing a very close race in November. He says that Joe Biden has to prove to him and America that he is up to serving another 4 years in this building behind me. So Joe Biden, despite his determination to stay on, his situation does remain pretty precarious today.
I saw one of the lines from Joe Biden, Michael, was this push to sort of say, look, we're done with the debate. We're done talking about the debate because every time we talk about this, we're not talking about Donald Trump. And that's where the attention should be. And he's probably got a point, quite frankly, that the Democrats are losing time here, not concentrating on the actual opponent. What's Donald Trump been up to while this has all been going on?
Well, that is one of the most amazing things of the past, week and a half since the debate. Donald Trump has been uncharacteristically quiet. He's not a guy used to staying quiet, as you well know, but he is following the standard political practice. That is, if the other side, if the other guy is self-immolating, if they're in crisis, you stay stumm, and all the attention therefore stays on the other side. And that's the approach he and other senior Republicans have been taking. He is going to appear on Fox News a bit later on today, Australian time. So interested to see what he says there. I caught up earlier today with Alex Conant. He's a well-respected Republican strategist. In fact, he ran communications for Florida Senator Marco Rubio's presidential campaign in 2016. He took on Donald Trump back then for the presidential nomination. Marco Rubio now very much in the frame to be a possible vice presidential pick for Donald Trump's ticket. And I caught up with Alex and put to him, well, Joe Biden's got a world of problems, but doesn't Donald Trump have a world of problems in convincing particularly independent voters to vote for him, especially in the wake of his conviction in New York on those 34 charges relating to the hush money trial? And here's what Alex Conant had to say about that.
Do you believe the fact that Donald Trump is now a convicted felon will swing many votes? I notice a lot of Republican voters say it won't be an issue for them, but how will independent voters look on that?
Look, it didn't help him with independent voters. And I think clearly that's what the Democrats wanted to be talking about this week. I mean, he was supposed to be having his sentencing in New York this week, but that got delayed. I think it's not going to help him at all in the general election. But if the election is about Biden and Biden's cognitive abilities, that is a bigger concern to voters than the president's criminal record, especially since that is so well known at this point, and he was already president, and Republicans still love him for it.
Republican strategist Alex Conan speaking to News Breakfast earlier. And Lisa, for what it's worth, Alex Conan reckons that if an election was held today, Donald Trump would romp it in. He would win by a landslide, but he wasn't willing to cast forward 4 or 5 months to pick the outcome in November. He says it is going to be a very dynamic contest, regardless of whether it's Donald Trump versus Joe Biden or Donald Trump versus whomever.